All right, you guys, listen, I'm so excited for this episode because I know you're going to get so much knowledge. And I have my good friend, my big bro, Jonathan Kelly here. We're going to discuss everything Forex, and we might get into some cryptocurrencies and some financial literacy. But guys, I want you to meet JK. JK, go ahead and tell them exactly what you do and who you are.
Antonio, thank you, man. I appreciate it for you bringing me on here. My name is Jonathan Kelly. I am a Forex trader. I'm also a licensed life insurance agent, and I'm just super excited and interested about anything concerning like financial literacy.
Awesome. Well, I thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to bless my mob family, because I think we definitely need this information, because I know for sure people have been blowing up my DMs with Forex. So if you could answer this question for my mob family. So pretty much, what is Forex? What is the truth behind Forex? Because I know there's so many different lanes when it comes to Forex. So what kind of got you, started in the Forex and that whole ordeal?
Okay, so Forex is the foreign exchange. And what it is, it's a huge financial market. It's actually the world's largest financial market of about $6 to $7 trillion a day. We're talking about global banks. We're talking about institutions, centralized banks. We're talking about huge corporations and companies. They all trade our money and their money throughout the day, 24 hours a day. The only time it's closed is at 5 p.m. Eastern time Friday, and it opens back up 5 p.m. Eastern time Sunday. So we're talking about just about every day of the week, money is moving. What it really is though, it's basically trading, buying and selling one currency against another. So that's what foreign exchange is. So if you have the US dollar and you have the pound, that would be the pound US dollar. You can buy or sell the pound versus the US dollar. So that's really what it is. And you're making money whether it goes up or down. So, I mean, I just became very interested in that.
Got you. And why do you think, because I know a lot of people are starting to get interested in Forex, and this big insurgence of people just wanting to learn this information. But I've noticed too that there's starting to become a very negative connotation when it comes to Forex. Where do you think that stems from? Because that's really not that deep,
Right.
when you hear that, you're like, oh, okay, cool. But why do you think people have started to have like this negative connotation towards Forex, or just the word Forex is like,
So I would say, Antonio, three reasons. One, I think people's approach is wrong. I think people are being approached by it the wrong way. Two, I think there's companies out there that are taking advantage of people that are in desperate situations, and they are hungry for money. They're desperate for money. And these companies are preying on these people, and they're not teaching them anything, And then three, I just think people don't really learn anything. So since they don't learn, they think that it doesn't work or it's a scam. So these companies aren't teaching you what you really need to know to be successful and profitable, because what they're not telling you is that 97% of Forex traders are not profitable. They don't tell you that part. They're like literally, I've seen people post on Instagram, turn your phone into an ATM, make 10,000 a day. That's not realistic. Let's just be honest. That's not realistic. Can you do it? Yes. But the average person that knows nothing is not going to make 10,000 a day. They probably won't make $200 a day just jumping in and don't know anything. Right. So I think they're skipping the part of, this is going to take time. I've been doing it for April will make 2 years, and what people don't understand is I had to take my losses at first. My first year, 2019 didn't go so well because I had to learn. That was the learning curve. You don't jump straight in and boom, making 10 grand a day. So I think people approach it wrong, and they sell people this dream of being rich overnight, and it does not happen like that, man. It doesn't work like that.
Nah, I definitely understand that. Like it's marketing, and so I get it. So for me, I understand like why people sell it the way that they do, because it's have dreams, and that's marketing 101. Give somebody tell them the truth without telling them the truth.
The truth.
Yeah. So I mean, it's feasible, sure, but is it going to happen for you? Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Probably not. I feel that. Okay. And so what kind of got you started in Forex? Like what, you know, who brought it to your attention? Like how did you learn about it? Because I know for me, I learned about Forex through you and some other people, but what kind of, interest, what was your biggest interest in Forex to begin with?
Yeah, so somebody brought it to my attention in 2019, and I wasn't really looking for it. They just brought it to my attention. I started doing some research on it, and the company that I joined was one of the companies that I'm talking about, IM Academy. They used to be IML, but everybody that joins IML pushes the recruiting part, that multi-level marketing, network marketing. They all push that. What people don't know is that's one side of it, but that's not the best side of it because you're dependent on people paying each month a subscription.
Right.
So the company says, we're a Forex education company. We'll teach you how to trade and you build your team. All they really want you to do is build your team. They can care less if you learn how to trade. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm,
I figured out what was going on. I didn't like it. I thought I was learning, but I really wasn't. They weren't teaching me the right things. So I left in 2019 after a couple months, and then really, took off on that journey, man. Took off on that journey to figure out how is the best way to trade. What's my strategy? What's right for me? What can I do to be profitable? And that's how it started. So just growing it right now.
got you. Got you. Okay. That makes perfect sense. So, since you're very versed in, the foreign exchange market and different currencies, what do you think about cryptocurrencies right now? Because I know in the news, everyone's been talking about Bitcoin lately and other type of cryptocurrencies. What is your thoughts on that?
So my thoughts on cryptocurrency, which let me explain what that is for your viewers.
Gotcha.
Cryptocurrency is a digital asset. So it's a digital form of payment. So instead of me handing you $10 cash, I can send you $10 of Bitcoin or
Mhm.
$10 of Ethereum or $10 of XRP, whatever it is. I can send that to from my address to your address directly straight to your account. Um, I honestly, I think that's the future. I think 100% is the future because it cuts out the middleman. Like
Mhm.
why do we need to walk around with cash and change when I can send people money directly, go straight to them within seconds, just like this, with
Mhm.
minimal fee, like 5 cent, 10 cent, or maybe no fee for some different cryptocurrency. So I think it's the future. I know that the government has to figure out a way to regulate it. That's the problem. So it's not that it won't work. It absolutely will work, but the government has to figure out a way. How can we track it? One, how can we regulate it? And how can we tax it? That's what it boils down to, bro. I think people, I mean, it can work. I can send you money right now, and me and you can do transactions all day
Right.
without ever having to bring a bank into it. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? Without ever having to bring a credit card into it, a debit card, without ever having to exchange cash. That's what's huge about it. And these institutions, I think they hate it, but they like it at the same time because I think they hate it because they realize we're getting cut out of
Out of
things,
the equation. Yeah.
out of the equation. Yeah, like
Yeah.
if I pull 10 million from Bank of America today and drop it in Bitcoin, I don't need Bank of America anymore. See what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like
yeah.
if I'm one of these people who have that much money, why would I have it sitting in a bank when I can have it sitting in a digital asset that's growing? I mean, dude, it's powerful, man. It's huge, and a lot of people are starting to jump on the bandwagon now with the whole FOMO, fear of missing out, and they're
Right.
like, "Oh, I need to buy, I need to buy, I need to buy." And I was telling people last week, "Don't buy Bitcoin right now. It's too high. It's too high." And literally the next day, it dropped like 20%. And I was like,
Ooh.
"Yeah." So I'm just saying, like, yes, it's gonna go up, but you have to know where you're buying in at. You got to know where you're at in the market. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. So when would be the best? When do you think the best time to invest in these things? Because I know, like you said, I've been hearing it, and so once people start hearing it, they're like, "Oh, I got to buy." But what do you think is the best strategy for people to say, "Hey, okay, I know this is a good investment in general, and I'm probably going to hold it for the long term." But when is the best time to start, looking into these things and really understanding, like, the markets and what's some good resources?
I would say always the number one thing would be buy low, sell high. Always buy low. Don't buy when it's super high. When it was at 41,000, don't be talking about, I need to buy Bitcoin. Wait till it drops down to like 22, 24, somewhere in there, and then buy some. You know, I mean, to me, it doesn't make sense to buy high. So you buy when it's low to take it back up into the back to the high or higher. You know, that's really the easiest thing. You don't have to know, you know, anything about investing or trading. Just know when the price dips, that's when you buy on the dips.
Got you. Got you. Nah, I feel you. I feel you 100%. You know what I mean? What was that movie? What was Trading Places? But Trading Places
Yeah.
got me right when it came to understanding stocks. I said,
Yeah,
wow,
man.
this is very informational. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So someone that was looking to get into Forex or looking into cryptocurrencies and just understanding the market and just trying to be a little bit more financial, literate, where do you think would be the best resource for that? Someone that's like, hey man, I know nothing about Forex. I know nothing about cryptocurrencies or markets or all this other stuff. Like, how do I get started into trading? You know, what do you think would be the best place for them to start?
Man, shameless plug. The best place for them to start is theprofitmoguls.com. That's the best place. I'm just being honest, man. You start with me, I'm going to make sure you learn what you need to learn. I'm going to make sure that I teach you right and you start off on the right track. You know, a lot of my students have had success by me just keeping it simple, you know? So I would say theprofitmoguls.com. You start with me, go to my website, and we can go from there.
Got you. Got you. I'm going to make sure, you guys, that I put down the descriptions to that so you can check it out. I know personally, me and JK have gone over just so many things, and he's just so knowledgeable. So you definitely want to check out that description. But JK, thank you so much for your time. I'm probably going to have you on again with your wife. Listen, his wife is amazing as well. There's literally a power couple. So I would love to have his wife on as well. But JK, thank you so much for your time. Where can they find you at? So they can have your information.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at live, that's LIVE _ the number 2 create. And also check me out on Clubhouse too. Go ahead and find me. It's the same thing, live _ number 2 create. Definitely, you've been in some of our groups. We're building, I feel like, a nice cohesive team and community on Clubhouse where people can share ideas and help each other grow. You know, like you were talking about Renee, she has been able to secure deals in Atlanta and other places, even just through Clubhouse, man. Like, she's selling houses through Clubhouse. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so just the power of what it's being able to do without actually seeing anybody. You can talk to them, put people in groups, share ideas, share different deals, and really grow that way. So yeah, the Clubhouse, Instagram, the profitmoguls.com, that's THE profit, PROFIT moguls, MOGULS.com. Find me, hit me up, and let's work.
Awesome. Well, JK, thank you so much for your time. Guys, I'm going to put all his links in the description down below. So if you want to hit him up, I would definitely recommend it, because you guys, especially when it comes to Forex and these cryptocurrencies, you want to definitely deal with somebody that is knowledgeable, and my man's is knowledgeable. But thank you guys for watching this episode. Until next time, y'all be easy.